Just from observing the types of guys that women with options tend to choose, I believe we all know the reality. Look at the characteristics those guys have. If a woman tells you she likes guy A but keeps pursuing guy B, well, there you have your answer. Look at those guys. Just be aware that women will never tell you the truth about what arouses and attracts them in reality. The goal is for them to virtue signal in order to appear less simple-minded and more advanced. Never ask a woman who she's attracted to. It's pointless to ask a woman who she's attracted to. All women give politically correct responses. Obviously, a person's priorities in this day and age depend heavily on their age. Younger women prefer physical characteristics more than older women. The priorities of a 23-year-old and a 33-year-old are completely different. The 23-year-old desires the dominant male, the six-pack man who appears to have just stepped out of one of those modeling mags. The 33-year-old also wants the same, but someone who is also financially, emotionally, and socially strong. Her priorities do, however, shift a little bit because those guys don't pay her as much attention as they did when she was 23. They're currently seeking men who exhibit the beta smash personality traits. Good jobs, kindness, generosity, and all the other qualities they claimed to have valued when they were younger. Now that they are older, they must be with such a man. However, women don't always provide politically correct responses when asked about the men they are actually drawn to and aroused by. In response to the question, "Hey, what are you looking for in a guy?" what are the typical responses from girls? You'll always get the stereotypical answer. It's always the same. You need to be kind and generous, you need to be supportive, and he needs to be witty and intelligent, etc. However, the men they actually pursue are quite the contrary. Now, depending on the woman's age, she may occasionally sprinkle in the truth. She wants a man who has a promising future, good income, great financial potential, a strong personality who is competitive, but they omit the most crucial element. And when I say the most crucial, I mean the kind of elements needed to be physically intimate with these men. She won't commit, period, if there isn't any intimacy or physical desire. This is not to say that women pay attention. We shouldn't criticize women for seeking physically appealing males, because it's not fair. Naturally, they do. Both men and women want men and women who are appealing to the senses. Women have a weird relationship with the concept of honesty. Only they know what honesty really is, and whatever you try, whatever you think of, they will never accept the traditional concept of honesty. For them, honesty is only what they think is honest. Never pay attention to what she says. Look at what she does. They say to never pay attention to what a woman says, to just observe what they do instead. Never judge them by the words they speak, because even they don't know what they're speaking. And so the only measurable metric you have to evaluate their intentions is their action, and what they do after what they say. I believe we are all aware of the truth. Simply observe the types of men that women with options favor. Look at the characteristics those guys exhibit. Physical appeal is undoubtedly much more significant to us. In actuality, it holds the highest priority for us. It doesn't mean that women don't value it, but as they get older, it moves down the list a little. But few women are open or self-aware enough to admit that they desire someone because of their physical appearance. And it's true that most of those women are older. If you were to ask a 46-year-old lady, just be honest, what are you looking for in a guy? The answer would be that I'm looking for the hot guy with the six-packs and so on. However, those men aren't yelling at me as much now, so I'll have to reduce my standards once more. Few women are completely honest about the type of man they really want. In light of this, I think the question is, why don't women just declare what they actually want in a man? Why do women constantly respond to questions about what they look for in a man in such politically correct ways? I'll tell you why now. Women don't tell you what they are drawn to in order to provide you with accurate information. Rather, it is for them to express their desire for you. What are you searching for in a man when you ask a woman what it is about a guy that you are genuinely drawn to? She's not attempting to inform you accurately. They don't typically do this. Right. How recently have you heard a woman be 100% honest about what she really wants? A woman is not really telling you the truth when she describes her ideal man. She is only taking these actions because she wants to appear moral. Okay? Women would appear shallow or superficial if they were truly honest about what they wanted in a man. Right. Therefore, the goal is not to provide you with precise information when they are telling you what they want in a man. No. The goal is to improve their appearance. Right. What makes these alpha characteristics superficial then? Why won't women acknowledge that they enjoy these alpha males and their characteristics? It's always the Chads and TYRONEs. So the solution is straightforward. Because women are told by the world not to be attracted to the men they are. Tall, attractive, in excellent physical condition, athletic build, devil-may-care attitude, does what he wants, and is unabashedly macho. It's thus important to understand that wanting a man like that is perfectly acceptable. Wanting a male who will put a woman in her place is perfectly acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that. Women appreciate that, but it's just something they won't openly admit. So it's just not politically correct to say these things. Girls seek men who are, dare I say, toxic macho. Men who are in command, assertive, powerful, and have solid confidence. And men with a low tolerance for nonsense. They are natural leaders, dominant, competent, low tolerance, good looks, and all that. Women are told by the outside world that this is toxic masculinity, that a guy in his natural peak state is somehow toxic to them. But the truth is that women love such men. They love toxic masculinity, guys, but they're reluctant to say so, because if they were open about their true desires, their opinion wouldn't be accepted in society. Women believe in having a certain image. Women want to be perceived as these sophisticated beings. They want to be perceived as forward-thinking, progressive beings who have all the qualities that are associated with being good, kind, and gentle. But no matter how much they try, they can't defeat Mother Nature. This is the reason why women still choose the men that society advises them not to. Like men, they are a captive of their biology. They can't resist the natural, raw, and intrinsic urge of female nature to bond, mate, procreate, and be with a masculine man who is confident and assertive enough to lead her, call out her BS, and put her in her place when it's needed. Remember this, guys. Women will always try to present a better image of themselves in public, and that may necessarily be the case in reality. Women are big on perception, image, and how they are perceived socially, much more than men. Men usually don't care, and even if they do, they don't care about these things as much as women do. So, when a woman tells you that she likes a certain type of man, please don't just take her word for it. It's usually not the case. No woman will say openly that she wants a masculine bad boy. She'll say that she wants a nice guy who makes her laugh, smells nice, and is her best friend. Please don't believe that. Women never want to present themselves in a negative light of any kind. As a result, they deny him when any unpleasant facts are revealed. Any article that lists the top 10 qualities of a good husband or the top 15 tells you nothing about why women think these ugly things. They never, ever, ever include anything that is important to women. These articles frequently state things like, okay, he needs to be self-assured, have a sense of humor, value you, have integrity, back you in everything, and isn't scared by your authority. Now, this is not to imply that there aren't any women who desire this, but the women who do so typically desire it at a time when they really have any other options. It's a mystery that men need to understand or walk away. You see, what these articles fail to mention are the characteristics that a man must possess in order to arouse a woman, such as being in excellent physical condition, dressing sharply, being well-groomed, being on point, having strong leadership qualities that border on absurdity, earning a lot of money, having experience with attractive women, etc. All of them are the types of men that women want. That in no way, shape, or form makes women, and it certainly does not make them shallow. All of those things I just mentioned there are supposedly toxic qualities. These articles are nothing more than virtue signals. These articles are published to make women look good and virtuous, simply because no woman will admit that she is attracted to a guy in great shape, who dresses well, takes charge, has experience with beautiful women, and showcases his toxic masculinity. Well, there you have it. Remember all of these points, guys. They're going to help you get through life without any bruises and scars, and they're going to save you a lot of drama and pain. And remember, never ask a girl about her type. She'll never be honest. You already know the answer to the question anyway, so don't bother anyway. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world.